My name is Gina and we are here today because we're making a video to talk about my upcoming exhibition, which is going to be my first in Hong Kong. In my house we didn't have that many flowering plants. It was mostly leaf plants. My mom had a really big fern. I remember it was the first thing you saw when you came into my house. And she also had smaller plants. She had a lot of African violets. In Colombia there is a lot of nature, maybe not so much in the cities. It's the same as everywhere else where there is a lot of concrete. When I moved to Hong Kong, I actually was quite surprised to see how much greenery there was around the city. Yeah, the first place we lived in had a lot of greenery and gardens, and that was really lovely. So when I started to want to bring this greenery into my house, I discovered that there was a flower market in Prince Edward. A few years after, I moved somewhere else that had a lot of concrete around, so it became even more important for me to try to bring nature into my house. I have quite a selection of plants. I have quite a few orchids, and influenced by my mom, I have quite a few African violets. Recently I got a small rose that it's in my studio. I also have one lemon tree. At the moment I have like 3 lemons coming up, and I really like it when bees come around to visit our balcony to feed on the lemon flowers. I would say that my art is firstly very colorful. It's very joyful and full of details. I like adding more and more layers and things to discover. When I started to paint analog, I felt like I wanted to bring more of myself into my work. Starting from wanting to introduce more purple into my color palette in general, I started to think what other colors would help to highlight the purple. And so everything came about very organically, playing with different ways of mixing colors and getting new combinations. Sometimes I can get lost in the details. You can choose to be as detailed or as expressive as you wish when painting flowers. And I find that when I'm painting, sometimes I focus so much on the flower that I start to see more and more details. I like to find this balance where I'm expressing myself when I'm creating artworks, and at the same time I'm creating something that is detailed. I would like for people to see my art to feel a sense of connection with nature and joy. I would like people to take a pause on their busy days and busy lives, and for a second pay attention to the nature that surrounds them.
My name is TK Chen. I'm a mixed medium artist. My inspiration mostly from the natural environment, and I would like to, through my painting, to increase the awareness of global warming and to protect our Mother Earth. By painting this landscape painting, it allows me to experience unity and be connected with the nature.
How would you describe the different landscapes between Hong Kong and Scotland?
I think in Hong Kong, although it is like a city with many people, but we only need to travel in a short distance, we can be with the nature already. So I think in Hong Kong we also got a lot of nice places to visit. In Scotland, of course, it is much more bigger and with more natural environment. I would say in Scotland, I can be with the nature, like me and myself. It will be more immersive, and I can enjoy it without sharing it with others. But in Hong Kong, it's always someone with you or next to you when you go to the nature park. In Scotland, it will be more quiet and we can sit down, be calm, and then enjoy the nature. While in Hong Kong, it will be still people around you.
What was the most challenging part of painting these landscapes?
If those landscapes were painted at the location in Scotland, it's cold and windy, and it took some time to finish as well. So I would say in the morning maybe we'll drive to somewhere to paint, and then we'll start after lunch, but it may finish by the evening. So the lighting and the weather will affect the painting as well, because it keeps changing. However, if those paintings are painted in Hong Kong, they are mostly followed by photograph or by my memory. So it will be some personal feeling put into the painting as well.
What lessons did you learn about nature and landscape from your experience in Scotland?
I think from the landscape painting, it allows me to observe the environment while I paint at the location. Or if I'm painting from a photograph, it will be also my observation and attention to details to look at the photos. Also during the research, I feel like I can understand our Mother Earth better and the importance to protect our Mother Earth. So through my research of landscape painting, I would like to carry out some message about to be nice to our earth, be kind to the animal, and increase the awareness of global warming. Because without the nature environment, we won't be here. So I would say this is something quite important. We need to protect and to do something about that.